Respected Swamiji, the chief guest of the day, two people whom we have been addressing as family members on the stage, and the dignitaries and senior colleagues. Chief guests of the day, the students who are joining and who are already here, and respected parents. On the 26th of January 2011, in front of a huge crowd, numbering into hundreds, Hassan Ali Alek, I don't know whether I have pronounced his surname correctly, in Damascus, in an open square, poured inflammable liquid over him and turned himself into ashes, what you read in paper as self-immolation. This was in protest against the misrule of Al-Assad government in Syria. 3,700 kilometers away, the people of a small village called Uncha in the state of Gujarat was following up what was happening in Syria after this incident and even now. The reason is very simple. A tiny small thing called jeera, cumin in English. Syria is one of the largest exporters of cumins, followed by India. The results, which has appeared in Economic Times, and the statistics which I mentioned here, shows 40% increase in the growth of Indian exports of this product and 60% of increase in the value. Why am I mentioning it here? We are no more alone. Except for the spelling of Syria, probably, at least as far as I am concerned, I didn't know anything about it. But probably not so high literacy level place like Gujarat follows of what is happening in Syria. This is one phase of globalization which probably we may not have known. R. Donnelly and Sons, a company incorporated in Michigan in 1846, now one of the Fortune 500 companies in the US, who has designed the Time magazine, designed and printed the Time magazine, designed the logo and the printing of Coca-Cola, Windows Vista leaflets and literatures, and World Cup jersey for football. They have started knowledge outsourcing sources. They come all the way from the United States of America to the southernmost part of India, Kerala, to Edapalli, to Amrita, to recruit students of not engineering or MBA, but BCom, commerce. I'm not listing out this company's name to show that we have a lot of companies coming in here. These are variants which can occur. What I'm saying is the fact that you students who are studying here and who are joining have tremendous opportunities. It is not restricted by south, north, east, west culture or concepts in India. It is spreading abroad. Probably in the IT field you may be aware, but I cited this example just for that, not for boasting that some companies coming here for recruitment and selection. Now what these companies look for as against probably years when I have studied I finished my post-graduation in 1970 in Calicut University. What the companies look for is not the knowledge of the subject domain alone. They have started looking at you as a person. Probably spiritually you look at yourself. You probably have to, at this stage, start looking at it. I'm not saying that you master yourself in that sense of the term, but you will start looking at yourself and find out where do I stand vis-a-vis what is needed in the industry and in the family, which they have mentioned already. Amrita University, with my limited knowledge, I can say is probably the only university in South India, I can say this with about 95% of confidence, who has a department called CAR, Corporate and Industrial Relations, where we have a learning and development division. The objective of this division is to put it in one sentence in my language, to improve the employability of the students, what the industry wants, the gap between what the industry wants and what is actually delivered, lower the gap, which we are doing by having establishments in all colleges of Amrita, educational institutions of Amrita, be it engineering, be it school of business, even arts and science. There is no discrimination, as they have been saying. As an Amma, she has been just to all the people. Make use of it. I don't want to go into the details of that thing, which we will come to know of it later. This day of felicitation, I was looking at the dictionary, to be very frank. Whenever I have a doubt about the exact meaning of the word, as it was a habit with me, which my grandfather taught me in the early 50s or early 60s, late 50s and early 60s, I looked and said it is congratulating students. So let me take the privilege of congratulating you. I'm taking the freedom of even saying that I'm doing it on behalf of the faculties of this college for having cleared your qualifying exam of 12 and having got admission here. நாட்கள் இருந்த பொழுது, I'm going to say this in Tamil. நாட்கள் இருந்த பொழுது நட்பின் அருமை புரியவில்லை. Roughly translated, it says, when we were all together, we sometimes forget to enjoy the simple pleasures of day-to-day life. We sometimes forget it. நாட்கள் இருந்த பொழுது நட்பின் அருமை புரியவில்லை. நட்பின் அருமை புரிகின்ற பொழுது நாட்கள் நம் கையில் இல்லை. By the time we understood the value of being together, the collectivism which we have had in this educational institution, the numbers ahead of us are limited. This thought I have seen being expressed to me directly by some students, and I have seen it being shared in certain social networking. So those days in college, how would we come back? Mind you, they have not gone for education, they've gone for job. Some of them are still continuing their postgraduate education. Things may not be as, for the students who are joining this time, I'm just saying it may not be as it is you have dreamt of college education. But this is a trailer of what is going to come. If you get a job in Infosys and you're posted in probably Chennai, you may stay with 3 or 4 other people whom you have never seen before in the training center, or later on probably when you hire out a flat and stay. Uncertainties are many. The stay here and the life here, let it be a trailer of what is going to come. Enjoy each and every day here. Enjoy the academics, enjoy the non-academics, a sample of which you saw before the function started. There is art here, there is teaching here, there is a bit of strictness here, but that is all, to an extent, self-enforced discipline. That's what I always have felt after my joining here for 3 years. I felt that it is self-enforced discipline. Nobody stands on the 4th floor of the building and looks who is coming in late, who is walking around a bit freely. You have all the freedom in this world. May not be the freedom you are envisaging, but then enjoy each and every day of it. To the parents, I have only one thing to say. The growth of a tree depends on the soil in which it is planted. I assure you, with my 3 years of exposure here and the reputation this university and the college has, the soil in which you are planting these smaller plants, let us hope that they will grow. വലിയ ഒരു ചെറിയ ചെടിയായിട്ടല്ല, വലിയൊരു ആൽമരമായിട്ട് ഇവർ ഒരു വ്യക്തി എന്നുള്ള നിലയിലും ഒരു സമൂഹത്തിൽ ജീവിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളെന്ന നിലയിലും ഒരു ആൽമരമായിട്ട് വളരട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് I wish all of you all the best, both the parents and the students. Thank you.